Poštovani gledatelji Televizije 5, assalamu alaikum i dobrodošli u naš specijalni bajramski program. Ovu priliku svakako koristimo da vam se zahvalimo što ste i ove godine uz sadržaje Televizije 5, a tokom našeg bajramskog druženja ugostit ćemo mnoge goste s kojima razgovaramo o važnim, inspirativnim, ali i emotivnim temama. Gosti našeg današnjeg druženja su studenti na Internacionalnom univerzitetu u Sarajevu, Naim Ashraf i Youssef Issa, koji inače dolaze iz Gaze, iz Palestine i koji će s nama podijeliti svoju priču o dolasku u Bosnu i Hercegovinu, o školovanju u Bosni i Hercegovini, ali će nam govoriti i o Bajramu koji se nekad dočekivao u Gazi, kakvi su tamo običaji, kako se tamo dočekivao Ramazan, ali i kako je zapravo ta ideja zajedništva uvijek prisutna među Palestincima. Oni su s nama danas u studiju, te ću ovu priliku iskoristiti da im poželim toplu dobrodošlicu. So Naim and Youssef, thank you very much and welcome to the program of Television 5.
Welcome to you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so can we talk right now at the very beginning about your story? Can you share your story with us? When did you arrive in Bosnia? What kind of energy you felt when you came here? We already said, that you are studying at the International University of Sarajevo. How was it for you to come here, and what kind of memories you already have when it comes about Bosnia and let's say Sarajevo? Naim?
First, thank you so much for your invitation for this meeting. And for my story, it was some complicated story because I go out of Gaza before the war just 1 month, around 1 month, to go to Umrah. After that, when I had a departure flight on October 7th, I couldn't go out to Saudi Arabia because the war started already. That's why I don't have a lot of choices to move to any country. That's why I went to Malaysia. After that, I was looking for some university to complete my study. Then I found IUS, and I came here. I arrived to Bosnia on February 2025. So I have around 1 year in Bosnia. It was really good journey in Bosnia, a new experience, a new try, especially you are, let's say you are in Europe, so you have a different culture, different people, but the similarity with us, I mean Palestinian people and Bosnian people, one religion. So we have something similar, as some habits, some traditional things. I think the life in Bosnia is really good. People, they are so kind. When I remember that when I arrived to the Sarajevo airport, the employee talked with me. "You are Palestinian?" I said, "Yes, I'm Palestinian." "When you go out from Gaza?" I said, "Before the war 1 month," and I told him my story. He shocked and he was some crying like that. So they are really good people.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So I'm very glad that you are just accepted the way you are here in Bosnia. And we can really say that Bosnians really love Palestinians. You were maybe just able to see that so many Bosnians were actually protesting against Israeli genocide, Israeli war on Gaza that is currently still happening. So did you, Youssef, knew before Naim? Did you meet your friend, at university? What was your story?
I used to live in Turkey before I came here. I finished my high school there. And after that, I was searching for a university to study in. And actually, I was like I heard about the history of Bosnia, and I was really interesting of it. So after that, I found IOS, and I said, let's try. Inshallah, I will apply, and inshallah, it will be good. And I came here also last February, so 1 year ago, and I really like it. And like the people here, lovely and kind, and I feel like I'm in my second country here.
Yeah. So we are, as I said a few moments ago, we are aware of the Israeli genocide happening currently in Palestine, and the destruction caused from the north to the south of the Gaza Strip, you know, and also with all the things happening in the occupied West Bank. So how is it for you and your families right now, you know, to watch this from far away? When we talk about Eid celebrations, is there any kind of Eid spirit left, you know, after all of these bombardments? We can usually see on social media that so many Palestinians are just trying to make hope out of nothing, and that is a very strong message to everyone, to all around the world. So is there any kind of celebration and spirit left in these tough times for you, for your people?
To be honest, our war is not last war, just last war. And our issue is not started on October 7th. So in one decade, just in one decade, we had more than 4 wars. So, for example, we are joking in Gaza. If you have a bachelor degree already, you have to spend around 4 years to receive your certificate. So I have now I have already a bachelor degree, but I have another bachelor degree. It's from wars. Yeah. So more than 4 wars, and especially during 2014, we had a huge war. It was continued around 50 days. During these days, we had Ramadan and Eid, but Palestinian people has had some rule in this life. We will not give up. We will continue. If Israeli occupation allow to us to celebrate or not, we will celebrate because it's our right, it's our land. They are our children, for example. So we must give them their rights from celebration, from vibes, from everything. So now the majority of our families in Gaza, they are still inside the tent, and they don't have anything. Really, they have nothing, but they have satisfied. That's why they are making for themselves any vibes to make celebrate, to feel like any human in this world. We know it's too hard without buildings, without homes, without hospitals, without schools, without universities. But what we can do, just we must stand against Israeli occupation, to say we are still alive, and we will stay in our land with Eid celebration. That's why now during Ramadan, in the before last war, they have in Gaza they have some vibes for Taraweeh, for Tahajjud, like that, and during the war and after the war, the vibes still vibes.
And they don't like that,
Yeah.
of course. At all.
Yes.
Yeah.
no one can give up from Palestinian people in Gaza Strip or in West Bank.
You know, that's a very strong picture when we see, mosques that were actually in rubble, but we see Palestinians still trying to clean whatever they can clean so they can have a place to pray, you know. So these are really strong messages, strong pictures that were just circulating all around the world, you know, and that teaches us so much about your will to stay and to actually be there on your land, as you said a few moments ago. So during this war, did you manage to stay in touch, in contact with some of your friends, family members in Gaza? We know that they are just getting through hardships right now, but did you manage to stay in touch with any of them? Yeah, Youssef.
Well, actually, it was really difficult to contact with them while the war, because like there is no electric, there is no internet there. So we were, during war, we were like contact with them once a month. And now, I mean, it's better. We can't contact with them each week like this. So now, I think it's better now, but during the war, it was difficult to contact with them.
Yeah. Naim, you said also that you were president of Students' Council at Islamic University in Gaza.
Yes.
How was it for your colleagues, students there? You know, we know that so many of them just lost their degrees, lost their universities. You know, their like future is just, you know, right now unknown and unsure because they don't have universities, because they were bombarded by Israeli forces. So did you also try to stay in touch with them? What are they telling right now regarding all of this situation?
Unfortunately, I lost the majority of my friends from our student council in Islamic University of Gaza. So I had around 20 friends from them, and I lost around 12 friends from them. Yeah, it was really hard to contact with them. And if we are talking about lost, I lost a lot of people from my family. I lost my aunts. I couldn't contact with them, and suddenly just I read some news. Israeli war plan attacking Mushtaha building in this area, and I knew already my aunts and their children and their husbands already they passed away. So it was really hard to contact with our family and with our friends. It was really hard times. What we can do, we just make dua. We just pray for them, but our occupation, without any emotion, without any human, without any human emotion, I mean. That's why when I tried to contact with my uncle during November 2023, suddenly I lost the contact when I talked with him. After 1 week, around 1 week, I knew he's injured. Yeah. So really it was a very hard and very complicated situation.
And it's now pretty hard to talk about, you know, after all of these experiences you had, it's a bit hard to talk about some of your Ramadan and Eid traditions. But can you tell us how was your Ramadan and Eid, you know, in these peaceful times, in these peaceful moments in Gaza? How were you just celebrating these this month, and Eid, when it comes about family, friends, what kind of traditions you are just having in your memory right now? Yeah, Youssef, can we start with you?
So I left Gaza 5 years ago, so I can't remember everything. But we are really similar, as he said, Naim. Because we have the same religion. So we wake up before Fajr, we eat suhoor, we have Taraweeh, we eat sweets after Taraweeh, we sit with our family and make some vibes, when you are in your country, there is a lot of things you can do with your family, with your friends. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, Naim?
I think we have some special vibes in Gaza. For example, relative visits. My grandfather with my uncles, they must go to my aunts to visit them. It's not important to give them some money. We are say it's marhamat. Yeah. So give them some mercy, give them some emotional. Yeah. As for example, they went to them many of times, buy 2 kilos or 3 kilos apples, banana, grapes, like that. But the important thing, you must go to them and visit them. Say, may Allah bless you, may Allah return our Ramadan to us. We are so happy, like that. Yeah. And our children already during Taraweeh, they have two choices. First choice, come to pray with us, and the majority of them, they are praying with their fathers. The second choice, to play, to make some noise. Yeah.
And most of them like that.
Yeah.
Yes, to make some noise. And really, it's really vibes. It's noise, yes, but it's really nice noise from children, because you can see from their faces, they are really happy, really happy during Ramadan. And during Eid, already we have 4 days holidays for Eid, from first day to fourth day. Yeah. First day, as I said, in Ramadan, we have relative visits. Yes. But in this visits, they should give them, I mean, for example, my uncles and my grandfather, they must, or let's say they should, give my aunts some money. We say Eidiyah. Yeah. Yes, from for the Eid. Yeah. And eat some sweets. We call this ka'k and ma'mul. In the first day of Eid, we have traditional food, two types. First, summagiyah. Second, some fish with salt. Yeah. But the fish will be inside the salt from long time. Let's say from 1 year. Yeah. So it's really good and tasty. Yeah. That's our vibes.
And all of this tells us an important message of community, when people are just getting together to celebrate something. So it's similar here in Bosnia, community is very important to all the Muslims, especially in these Ramadan and Eid times. So what do you think how important community is for anyone, especially in hard moments, in hardships. Can let's say community help people, stay together, and stay, let's say, humble and hope for something good to happen. Yeah.
Community is so important. No one can say to community it's not important. It's like that because if community has unity, everything will be good. But if our community distribute, already we have nothing. So that's why we are Muslims, and this is the similar thing between Bosnian people and Palestinian people. We have one tradition. I spent 2 Eids in Bosnia during 2025, and I saw the visits from Bosnian families together, the meeting, the meet and the vibes. I mean, in Bosnia. So the community, I think, is really important to stand up against anything and to build your country, to make everything suitable, and to make your country as stable. Yeah. But if the community doesn't has one ideology, one strategy already, they have nothing. Yeah, and it will be a huge problem.
Yeah. So both of you study here, totally different study programs.
Yes.
So are you satisfied with it? What year you are on, and what are your future? What are your plans for future when it comes about your studies? And yeah, Youssef.
Well, I'm studying software engineering right now, and I'm in my first year. And about my future, actually, until now, like, I'm planning to stay in Bosnia because, as I said, I feel like I'm in my second country. The people here are very kind, and it's, how can I say it? It's peaceful country that you can live in. And yeah, I feel really comfortable here.
Yeah. And you, Naim?
Really, I had a bachelor degree in political science and media from Islamic University of Gaza, and now I'm learning a master degree in international relation and political science. I am planning to complete my master, then continue my study to go to PhD. And now I'm engaged, so I'm planning to get married soon, inshallah. And yeah, life is life. You are Palestinian. You are in your second country, but you don't have citizenship, so you are not stable. You are unstable. That's why our situation is really not easy and really complicated. Yeah, but I think we can stay with kind people in Bosnia and inside the peaceful place in Bosnia.
Yeah. So as Youssef actually said, Bosnia for you feels like your second home.
Yes.
Can we talk about some kind of, whenever you come to another place, another country, you can just feel some kind of, let's say, cultural shocks. Is there anything that actually is pretty different in comparison with Gaza, with Palestine, that you actually experienced here in Bosnia? What is it that you like the most, and what is it? Is there anything that you didn't expect, to see in Bosnian society? Yeah, Youssef?
Let me think about it. Go ahead.
Yeah, Naim.
As I said, we have a lot of similarities, but it's normal to find some differences. Really, I can't catch one thing from between people, but you know, in Gaza we have no system, we have no government, for example. So, and we don't have freedom to travel, to go there or there. But in Bosnia you have already. Yeah. So that's it's a little bit this different. Bosnian people, mashallah, they can go to Europe without visa. They can go to Turkey without visa. They can enter to a lot of countries without
Spend
visa.
their holiday.
Yes,
there, yeah.
to spend their holiday like that. But for example, for us as a Palestinian, you must have your passport and you must catch your passport in your pocket when you're hanging out. It's a little bit difficult, but we believe everything will be good soon, inshallah.
So you as Palestinians might actually felt some kind of support of Bosnians here when it comes about, you know, Israeli war on Gaza. How important for you is this kind of, let's say, support you have from the people of Bosnia and Herzegovina, Youssef?
Well, as I said, like when I meet like Bosnian guy, and as Naim said also, and when you tell him that you are a Palestinian, he welcome you with great love. And I think one really similar thing, and like one reason that why I felt like it's my second country, it's about the war that was here. I mean, it was really similar, and I see like the streets, the people. So because of the war, like people here in Bosnia, they can understand what we lived in the war.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, this kind of understanding, mutual understanding,
Yeah.
we should say. Yeah. And at the very end of our conversation, is there any kind of message you would like to share with our viewers? Naim?
Stay aware about Palestinian people. Maybe this war, it's not like when it started. I mean the violation, but still war. Be still aware about Palestine and Palestinian people, and pray for us.
And your message, Youssef?
Actually, it's same like you said. So
thank you very much for being with us here.
Thank you.
And we hope this war will finish soon, and that you will be able to rebuild, you know, your country, your state, and that everything will be good, you know, sooner for all of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Poštovani gledatelji, u proteklim minutama razgovarali smo sa Naimom Ashrafom i Youssefom Issom, koji su studenti na Internacionalnom univerzitetu u Sarajevu. Dolaze iz Palestine, dolaze iz Gaze, a sa njima smo razgovarali o njihovim iskustvima Ramazana i Bajrama u njihovim domovima, sa njihovim porodicama i prijateljima. Sa nama su podijelili svoju priču koja je zapravo počela puno ranije, ali i sve ono što se dešavalo tokom rata u Gazi koji je počeo 2023. godine, ali su se također podsjetili na sve ono što se dešavalo i godina prije toga. Vama, poštovani gledatelji, hvala što ste bili uz nas i svakako ovaj poziv da ostanete i ideli uz program Televizije 5.